Kabir now had goosebumps on his arms and Mrs. Baru was looking down. So far, the names that Kabir mentioned and the incidences that happened, or why he was mentioning the names of these people, when he explained all these things, he himself had the goosebumps. Goosebumps mean when you feel so much thrilled or so much excited. And the teacher herself was looking down. Maybe she also had tears in her eyes. She did not want her students to notice the tears that had welled up in her eyes. Why the teacher was looking down? Because the teacher did not want to get it noticed by the students that she had the tears in her eyes. Kabir went on, but here also the Kabir continued. When I grow up, I want to be compassionate like Muhammad Tawfiq, a young tea vendor who was among the first to help transport the injured to St. George Hospital. He was the first one. He was simply a tea vendor. In the starting, I mentioned that some of the people are trained. They have proper training, they have proper skills to face the danger, to deal with the risky situations. Like the people that we have mentioned earlier, the lieutenant, the colonel, the commandos, they obviously they did a wonderful job. They do it, but the training was also provided to such people. But here, when Kabir is mentioning about this young tea vendor, he never thought that he will face any such situation in his life. But when the situation came in front of him, when the situation was there in front of his eyes, he dealt with it. What he did, he was the first one who arranged the transport, who helped the injured people to take them to the St. George Hospital. Next, when I grow up, I want to be selfless like Sandra Samuel, the Indian nanny who saved the life of the then 2-year-old Moshe Holzberg. Sandra saved Moshe when Nariman house was attacked. Both of Moshe's parents were killed in the attack. Now he was mentioning the name of an Indian nanny who saved a 2-year-old child when the house was attacked by some of the people, and the parents of the child were killed in that attack. But since the nannies are responsible to take care of the child, she completed or she did her duty in a true manner by saving the life of that 2-year-old child. When I grow up, I want to be like the caretakers of the Kabristan cemeteries in Mumbai. They refused to allow the dead bodies to be buried there. They proved by their resolve that terrorism has no religion, and the only true religion in the world is love and respect for human beings. He also mentioned about those caretakers of the Kabristan when some of the terrorists also died in the fight, but the caretakers of that Kabristan refused to bury the dead bodies of the terrorists in that Kabristan. Why? Because they said that the one who is involved in the terrorism, the one who can kill the human beings like anything, the person cannot be from any religion, because none of the religions teach anyone such violence. The religion teaches love and respect for the human being only, and not such things. So they did not allow to bury the dead bodies of the terrorists in that Kabristan. So that was also something that had a great impact on the heart of the Kabir. Aram's eyes swelled up with tears and she asked with a choked voice, Who are the terrorists, ma'am? After hearing all these things and all the incidences that were mentioned by the Kabir, almost everywhere there was the name terrorists. And all the brave people whom Kabir mentioned, they were fighting with those terrorists only, and many of them lost their lives in the war. So there was a student in the class around. The eyes of her eyes were also swelled up with the tears, and she asked to the teacher with a choked voice that who are the terrorists? Because who are these people because of which so many good people, the heroes of the country, lost their lives? Mrs. Baru dabbed a handkerchief to her eyes and said, terrorists are people like you and me. Since Mrs. Baru, the teacher, also had the tears in her eyes, so she tried to wipe out her tears with the help of a handkerchief, and she started explaining, or she started answering to the question that terrorists are no one but the people like you and me. The only difference between us and them is that their goals are misplaced. What is the only difference that was told by the teacher? That their goals are misplaced. They are misled by the other people. See, that's why we focus in the chapter 18 that we have learned. We should focus on the good things only, because if you will focus on the bad thing, you will learn the bad things only. Why the goals are misplaced? Why the goals are misplaced? Because they heard the bad things, they learned the bad things. If they were not in the company of such people, they too would have a chance to learn the good things instead of learning the terrorism, instead of learning how to kill the people without any reason. What was the reason? Did the people who were living there in that hotel made any harm to those terrorists? No. There was no connection between them, between the terrorists and the people who were living there in the hotel. Then what was the purpose? What was the need to kill those people by the terrorists? Just because their goals were misplaced. They were guided in a wrong direction. No person in his sound mind would kill children as they did in Peshawar. I guess this was the incident that took place in a school. A number of children were killed by the terrorists in a school. They captured a school and they killed the children. So the teacher is saying no person in the sound mind, means when the condition of the mind is stable, a mentally stable person is never ever going to do any such thing. No sensible man will gun down harmless people like the terrorists did in Paris. Terrorists have no nationality or religion. They do not belong to any community. Because again, none of the nation or none of the religion teach any such thing. They only have hatred, and that is what they spread. They only hate the people, they hate the humankind, they hate the human being, and the same thing they try to spread. What would happen if they are going to kill such people who did not do any harm to them? Obviously, they are spreading the hate among the people, in the minds of the people, in the hearts of the people. The next person, to provoke the people to come forward and to be involved in such actions. Kabir's heroes were courageous because they cared. The teacher continued that the heroes that were mentioned by the Kabir, all the names, they were courageous because they cared about the people. They were not like the terrorists. They care about the human beings. They care about the people of their country. So they fought for them. I'm sure that like them, all of you will become pillars upholding the virtue of peace, tolerance, and selflessness in an India that will one day be free of terror and lead the world. Now, the teacher told to the students that she wanted that her students too will become the pillars who will have the qualities of peace, tolerance, and selflessness in their heart, like these courageous heroes, and they will make the country terror free and the country that will lead to the whole of the world one day. This was the wish that was told by the teacher to her students. And why? Because of the impact of the speech that was delivered by Kabir. So this is all about this chapter.